welcome back to Halal Made Simple. I'm Dewi, a halal market strategist. And with me, as always, is Anna, founder of Vietnam Go, based in Singapore.
Hi everyone. Today's topic is something critical for business looking to enter or expand in the halal market, a halal compliant supply chain. And honestly, this couldn't be more relevant right now.
Yes, you might have read news that has gone viral very recently about a Turkish steakhouse chain that sold beef lamb products containing pork. Now, this kind of incident shows just how important it is for halal businesses to have a strong and fully compliant supply chain.
Yes, exactly. If any part of your supply chains is not in line with halal principles, even a small mistake like mislabeling or sourcing the wrong ingredients can seriously damage your reputation and businesses.
Yeah. So a halal compliant supply chain ensures that every step of the process, from sourcing raw materials through production, packaging, and even transportation, follows halal guidelines. It's about ensuring that halal integrity is maintained from start to finish.
And that's where things can go wrong, right?
Yeah.
A halal restaurant may accidentally serve non-halal food, such as pork, which could have been a sourcing or labeling error. What are the key stages where business need to be extra careful?
Yeah. So exactly, Anna, like you said, anything could go wrong. So the critical stages in a halal supply chain includes firstly is sourcing. You need to ensure that your raw materials like meat and even your sauces, are halal compliant and come from trusted suppliers. Secondly, that you need to take note of is manufacturing. You need to be able to prevent cross mixing between halal and non-halal within the facility itself. All right. And thirdly, packaging. Ensure that labeling is correct and compliant with halal standards and local regulations. And fourthly, transportation. Ensure that the logistic process does not affect the halal status, such as avoiding cross mixing between halal and non-halal products during the transit. Yeah.
And I can imagine there's a lot of challenges to keep everything halal compliant. So, what can business do to make sure their supply chains stay halal compliant?
Yeah. So here are some best practices that you can take note of. Firstly, conduct thorough supplier audit. Yeah, the whole idea is to ensure that they meet halal standards. So how can you do it is through simple observation, documentation checks, and also product testing if necessary. Secondly, establish traceability system. The whole idea is actually to track your materials at each step, at each stage of the process. So businesses can consider nowadays, there are modern technology out there, such as blockchain, okay, that can actually facilitate this traceability process. And thirdly, something that I always emphasize, it's actually very crucial, is to train your staff. Ensure that they know about halal requirements when they do handling of the food products. The whole idea is to avoid unintentional breaches. And definitely last but certainly not the least is to conduct regular audits within your own facility itself. The whole idea is to ensure compliance, okay, so that you do not, make any breaches that result in a suspension or revocation of your halal certificate.
Yes, thanks Dewi for sharing this very useful insight with us. And we now know that maintaining halal compliance within the supply chains isn't just about meeting regulation, it's about building and maintaining customer trust. And with halal products in high demand, especially across Asia and the Middle East, businesses really need to make sure their supply chains are airtight. And not just about compliance, it's about protecting your brand.
Yeah. So that's it for today. If you're thinking about entering the halal market or even expanding your halal offerings, make sure that you look at the entire supply chain and verify that every step is fully compliant with halal standards.
And join us next week again as we bring you bite-sized insight and opportunities in a $1 trillion halal market.
Yeah, so don't forget to subscribe and leave us your questions or thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you again in Halal Made Simple. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.